Hello everyone, we are on fourth video right now, and I'm very much excited because we are following a really constructive steps towards completing our first app. And until now we have covered a few steps, like we have seen how to create the first Power App as blank app. Then we have added custom components like icons, buttons. We have created pages with base templates, and we have added formulas, basic formulas to navigate between pages. And the app is more of like a, a, a genuine app right now. It looks like an app right now. And we have also seen how to uh, play our app, how our app works using browser. So let's now we are I'm very much excited, not we, because right now I am very much excited, and after completion this video you will be excited as well. So this part I'll be showing you how to create a pop-up window, and this is a very much important in order to uh, save some pages. Like, you can do alternatively create many as pages you want in PowerApp, as it has no limits, but you have to design each of the pages separately. But if you don't want to create any additional pages, you can also add pop-ups for simple operations. So let's get started with pop-up. So in the My Task app, if you were with me on my previous video, you have seen me created My Task pages, and we have already added data sources from SharePoint, and we have created a SharePoint empty site as well as an empty list with some custom columns. Right now we will be writing data into that SharePoint directly from our app. But how can we do it? In order to do that, we need some buttons and controls that will allow us to send data to that SharePoint list. So let's bring down a add button here. I want to place it on the top, so it is more handy to select it. I want to change color of my button as white, but I want, when I will select this button, there will be a pop-up window. Inside that pop-up window I will have options of creating a task. So let's see how it works. So in order to create a pop-up window, this is pretty much a combination of some components here, as well as we will be using a very powerful function, update context. So let's bring one rectangle here first of all, and this rectangle I'm making a color change of this rectangle as black. I'll be placing this rectangle as an overlay of this page. Now what is it actually? This rectangle has nothing inside it. So inside that rectangle I can create another rectangle as well. Just follow these steps I'm showing you right now, and you'll be able to see how you can create your first pop-up screen. Now I believe that you have a sense of how the pop-up screen will look like. Okay, I'm giving it a color. I'm also adding another icon, cancel. just take a note, this icon has no function built on it. You can add any icon from the list, or you can import image and place anywhere as an icon. So I'm placing it, and I want to add a color for it as red. So when we will select the red cross, then this entire thing will be disappeared. This is what will make us feel like this is a pop-up screen. So now select the black pop-up and go to advanced, and in the fill option on the last part we will add some transparency. To do that, instead of 1 we can add some decimal value here like 80, and as soon as you can see the background is transparent, so now you can see the background is transparent. If I play this app, you can see this, but it is giving me a hover color. Let's make hover color goes away. So let's select some color as transparent as well. Not transparent. Let's excuse me. So in our mobile app we will not be able to hover over any of the components, so nothing to worry too much about what will happen if hover. But if you are intended to use this app as a desktop app, then you need to think about these nitty-gritty things. Similarly here, whatever happens, we will keep it as white. Now as you can see, we have 3 components already here, 1, 2 and 3. We want more components, we want data to be here. So in order to write data into something, we need to use form. We can bring a form here and stretch down to the area we want, and here we can connect the data source. On the right you can see we have one data source and we are connecting it. See, the form is already created, but I'm making it little small because I will be adding one button here as well. Within the form, I want to make the font size go a little smaller, and the button name will be submit. So here you can see the task is here, and it is connected with the data source tasks in our SharePoint list, and it has a sub button. So many components right now. So now what we want to do, in order to make it a little better looking, we can add a title on here. So we know already we can use label as title. We can make it center-aligned, and we can change text to it. Now the pop-up is not created yet. We have all the components. We have to group all these things into one. So let's control select everything. So let's select the small one first. You can see I cannot select this one. Okay, all small thing first, then the big one. So you need to be very careful when you select this. You can select from the window, or if you know what components are you are going to select from the left pane, you can also select from there. That is more handy if you know the item names, but in my case I don't know item names, so I can see as well as I select them. Okay, there is a little problem here. No problem, we can get rid of that. Now let's select all those including the form 1. Now everything is selected. So now at this stage, go to home page. On the top right, group it. You will see a group is created. Okay, so we can rename this group as well as Popup. So now I want to do one thing. So select the pop again, go to its properties from the top left, go to the visible property, and instead of true you can declare a variable here, name pop visible. As soon as I did that, the pop-up has gone and many red button is here, red alerts are here. Don't worry about that, we didn't declare that pop visible anywhere. So to declare anything, we can go to unvisible properties of this page. We can write our first update context formula here. So update context will so what is it doing? Basically this could be the first step. We could write this one first. This is the page properties. It says when this page is loaded, make sure that pop-up screen is not visible, and that pop-up screen visibility is declared using pop visible variable. Now how can we make it visible? Let's select the plus icon, and on the on select formula bar we can write update context formula again. Pop visible true. So I want to save it for my next action. So now I will go and play and select the plus button. It will show me the pop-up window. Now I want to add invisible formula, selecting the cross cancel icon, and on the on select properties of it we can paste and edit to false instead of true. So what happened actually? Now it's working. See, our pop-up is coming and it's going to invisible when we are selecting the cancel button. And we can also check if we load this page, the pop-up window is not visible. Okay, we can make it visible whenever we want to make it visible. Okay, so that's it for now. In the next video we will show you how to add data using the form into that SharePoint list we have created here. Until then, goodbye.